All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another One Bev podcast. I'm your host, Josh Stewart, with my co-host,
Jake Radick.
and I'm going to let Jake say a little bit about our Bev of the day.
Today's Bev of the Day for episode number 2. We're talking triple X vitamin water, acai, blueberry, pomegranate. For those of you Bev enthusiasts out there, we all know as far as vitamin water goes,
Here's a little ASMR for you.
this Bev's goated. Oh, yes. First sip.
What do you think, Jake?
This is absolutely one of my favorite beverages out there.
Yeah, I agreed to that. I'm going to put a little information system in here, whatever you want to call it. Not information system, but a little information for you. One Bev podcast. These episodes only last as long as this drink will last us. So the second there's no more drops in our drink, the podcast will be over.
Only live when there's Bev in the bottle.
Roughly 20 to 30 minutes. And we're going to talk about today's topic, which is, Jake?
Today's topic, we're going to dive into a little bit about our pet peeves that we had as collegiate athletes in general. So Josh played volleyball in college. I played football in college. I was not, I didn't have the accolades he did playing. This is Superman over here on the volleyball
Yeah,
court.
right.
But nonetheless, it all seems like every athlete you talk to, we have similar pet peeves that go around. So I'm going to let Josh tee it off with his number one pet peeve he had as a student athlete.
Oh, boy, here we go. My number one pet peeve would probably be when you are a student athlete, everyone feels like they expect the world of you, right? Where I was captain of a volleyball team.
Shocker.
Love my coaches. Shout out John Gibbs and Matt Seifert. Great guys. Man, don't you just love getting yelled at on the court for something you didn't even do? Like, it'd be my different players, right? Say, Joe Schmo in the corner is slacking. But I'm the one that gets yelled at because I'm captain. So instead of we got to yell at Joe Schmo over there for slacking, but nope, I'm going to be the one that has to get yelled at to yell at Joe Schmo for slacking.
Hey, that's player-led leadership right there. That's how that goes. Captains always get the worst of it. All right, I got one for you, Josh. You ready? Mm-hmm. Name one thing worse than when you're about to start a lift or a practice and one of your comrades shows up late. Name something worse than that.
I don't know. So in college, we my one buddy, he showed up. Okay, so his name was Aaron, man. Aaron, he was crazy. And if he hears this, honestly, he'll probably laugh too because it was crazy. So we get to practice, and Aaron shows up, and he's telling coach that his leg was really hurting. He wasn't feeling the best. So normally when you do that, we let them sit out. Like they just sit there and watch practice for the time. Like you can tell he obviously was not in good shape. So for whatever reason, Aaron decided to leave and go home. And coach was like, he came down then and didn't know that Aaron left. Because then we go to start practice, and he's like, where's Aaron? And we're like, we don't know. We thought you said tell him to leave. He left. And he's like, you guys run until you find Aaron. We're calling him on the phone. The dude's not answering. We're like freaking out because we're running laps and laps and laps and laps for
Gassed.
As this is 20 minutes going on. And Aaron, we finally answered the phone. The dude's halfway back to his house, and he lived off campus. So we ran for another 15 minutes till he turned around and came back to campus, came back into the gym. Once his foot stepped on the floor, we could stop running.
Terrible. I got one. So at Sacred Heart, we had a thing. Anytime a player was late to whether it was a meeting, lift, run, whatever it is. Actually, I'll say lift or run for this example. Coach Fee, our strength coach, the words of terror. Spread them out. Get them going. Everybody gets their space. We start chopping. He says hit. He's got a number in his head, so it might be 15, 20, 25. As long as everybody does a rep clean, it counts as one. As soon as someone messes up in some capacity, back to one. Back to one. There was one day, it was before our running circuit. We did, I kid you not, it was somewhere between 110 and 120 up downs. And my best friend, JD, shout out JD, he's running with the Panthers right now. But he had a fat lip at the end of this practice. Fat lip. And I was like, bro, what happened to you? And he was like, on rep like 70, I just stopped catching myself. He was just letting his face bounce off the turf. Straight to the dome. Just straight to the dome. Nothing struck fear in me like when someone was late. Oh, God, those were the worst.
Yeah, a couple times we man, we get stuck sprinting and sprinting and sprinting. You ever do Indian runs?
In high school, never in
Back
college.
in high school, oh yeah, we had to do those. Those were pretty bad. So for those of you who don't know what an Indian run is,
It's stupid.
everyone is in a line, and then you're jogging at like, I would say 50 to 60% speed, and so you keep going in a line, and the person at the rear, once they say go, that person has to sprint the whole way to the front. The second they hit the front, the next person from the back goes the whole way to the front, and it keeps going and keeps going and keeps going until you hit like however many full laps around the gym that you're supposed to do.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it
Indian
sucked.
runs are brutal. I got another pet peeve of mine. Whenever the morning lifts were so close to that first class that even if you showered, you were still sweating by the end. That ever happened to you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my freshman year, our freshman lift, I think it was at like 6:45. So 6:45 to 7:45. I had a class at 8. So after the lift, you shower. I book it to class. It was calculus class. I'm booking it. I'm sitting in class, just showered.
Nothing's
10 minutes
worse
later,
than booking at the class. You're
drenched
sweating like
in
crazy.
sweat, dude. I left that class. It was probably almost half the time at some point just to go change my shirt because my dorm was right next door. It was
Oh,
disgusting. It was repulsive. There were a couple cute girls in that class too, which made it even worse.
You pull up to class smelling horrible.
Yeah, and I just showered.
Fresh deodorant and sweat smell all
Oh,
together.
you can't beat it. That's a great mix right there.
Oh man. We'll take a little intermission here because we're getting, I would say I'm a quarter of the way through the drink. Let's take a little time to review our vitamin water. If you can start it off, Jake.
Flavor on it's good. It's light. I'm not big into drinks that are overpowering. Like sometimes I have a Gatorade or a Powerade, and it's just
It's too much.
too much. It's
Yeah.
too heavy. So that's part of the reason I like Body Armor. Body Armor's still above vitamin water in my
Yeah.
book. I'm not putting this above it.
I'm not going to take this as a sports drink. Would you take vitamin water as a sports drink? Is that what it's meant for?
I'm just thinking flavor in general.
Flavor in general? Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
Blackout
put Body
berry
Armor
above that.
Yep, agreed.
This is good. I'm giving it a solid 7.5.
I'll give this a good 8.
8.
Because I do like vitamin water, and he picked one of the better flavors in my opinion. Some of the flavors, kind of busted. But this acai blueberry pomegranate, it's good stuff.
I will say most vitamin water flavors are busted.
Yeah.
They do have a vitamin water. It's got the caffeine in it now. They got the caffeine one. That it's like a mango something or other. That one bangs. That one.
Shout
hits
out my
hard.
girlfriend Sage. I forget. I think she likes what's the one that's a little bit lighter than this? Like color wise.
Oh, like a pinkish?
It's like that red.
Yeah.
It's red, but it's like not so dark as this one.
I don't know.
It's good stuff though. But shout out Sage because she really likes
I
those.
don't know.
It's her favorite drink. All right, back to our topic. So, Jake, if you had a practice and right before practice starts, you walk in, I guess for you on the field or a lift, whatever, can you just tell the vibe if your coach is mad at you or not?
100%. 100%. We would do like pre-practice meetings usually. So like offense would get together and we could tell the vibe straight from the jump. And then also, how'd we play the week before?
Oh,
How'd we play the week before? If we won, it didn't matter what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
If we win, like life's good, practices are fun. As soon as we start losing, it doesn't matter. Like
it's game
it's
over.
hell. It's hell. There was one year we won
ready to throw
3
up.
straight. Life's good. First loss we have after that. There were freshmen who weren't showing up to study hall for like a month at this point. But just because we lost, that's when they decided to run us for it.
No. I hated running. I was never a cardio enthusiast. Again, in the gym, like still to this day, I do not run. I like to play the sport, and that would be my form of cardio. But I don't know those freakazoids out there that like to go out of their house and say, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go on a run today.
Oh, like a turkey trot?
Yeah.
A turkey trot?
Honestly, yeah, I can't. Yes, right? It's like, I'm going to go run like 5 miles right before I eat a full
I
Thanksgiving
think
turkey.
Thanksgiving turkey trots are so stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they're so
Agreed.
dumb.
Like, I don't know what mindset you got to be in to just wake up one day and be like, I'm going to go run. I feel like running.
I mean, I'm not anti-running by any means. I've gone through a running phase at some point. It didn't last too long. But like, I enjoyed it for a little bit. It's the idea of like, it's November, it's the morning, it's cold, it's a hot, like, why? Just go running as a family.
Sometimes
Do
I can't even
something
wake up
else.
without my knees hurting. I feel like I'm 40 already.
That's another
Volleyball
aspect of it.
ruins that. But man, running is just not it.
The life of having a 45-inch standing vertical, man, it's cruel. It's cruel.
No way. One could wish. Definitely, one could wish.
Guy hit his head on the moon a couple times is what they say. That's what rumor has it.
Yeah, because one bev to the moon, right? That's where we're taking it.
One bev.
So if you could, drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, drop us a follow.
Hold on. Do us a flavor.
Oh,
Do us a flavor. drop us a like, a subscribe, a follow, a comment. Let us know if you're appreciating the content, what you'd like to see on here, and let us know what bevs you want to see on here. Let us know what kind of bevs. Do us a flavor. We appreciate the engagement. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Hear that? Do us a flavor. The most important one is if you want to send us a bev, you can message us, you can email us, you can DM us, whatever you want to do. But get your bev on the show because today's bev is vitamin water.
Hey, we got some exciting things coming too. We have a couple conversations rolling about some beverages that are being sent in. We got some people interested in having their beverages reviewed on the show. So spots are going to be limited here in the near future.
Because we can only consume one drink an episode.
Hence the name, one bev. For those of you clowns that didn't pick that up yet.
I know. Come on now. Where you been? You're slacking now.
All right, Josh. All right.
Do you want
one word.
Let's alter. Oh, okay, go.
I was going to say one word for your worst conditioning day. Actually, not one word. One sentence. Describe your worst conditioning day you guys had in college.
Oh, man. We took it out to the field, actually.
That's brutal for an indoor sport.
Yeah.
That is actually terrible.
We took it out to the field because our indoor sport was during preseason, and it was in January. So we started it off in the gym during preseason where we have this gym or this, what do you want to call it, drill called +9, -9. So essentially I'm an outside hitter in volleyball. For those of you who don't know, you hit on the left side of the net. And essentially it is me and my setter versus the entire team of 6. So I get every single ball, and I have to, every time I get a kill, I go up +1. Get another kill, go +2, +3. If I keep getting kills, I keep going up. Now, if I get blocked, I go down 1. So if I'm at +4, I go then to +3.
What if they dig it?
Say again?
If it's a dig?
Oh, if they dig it, I'll go down again. So I have to get a kill every single time.
So kill's the only way you score.
Always kills.
There's no middle ground.
I have to
it's
get
either
to
+1 or -1.
Yep. So I'll either go up. If I'm +2 and they get a dig on me, I go to +1. Damn. So then if they get another dig, I go to 0. So then you either have to work your way to +9 to win or to -9 to lose. And that alone, I've only ever seen one person do it. His name was Dote. Shout out Anthony Dadson because he killed it. Honestly, it is one of the hardest drills to ever win. Anyways, thought I was going to throw up from that. After everyone goes through their round, we took it out to the field and we started doing, there was this hill right outside of our gym. And, oh, man, dude, it was like straight up
just
in the
getting
air.
railed by the hill.
Up
One
in
of the
air.
dumbest things I ever did in sports was my freshman year of football. So Redland has a big hill that we used to run. One of our coaches had this genius idea for us to bear crawl up the hill, but to do it backwards. So bear crawl up the hill with our feet leading. It was the stupidest thing ever. It was absurd.
That sounds awful.
It was terrible.
So
and our
then
team
your
was
shoulders
terrible.
Would be doing all the work,
Yeah,
right?
our team wasn't that good that year. So we were just getting schmacked in practice.
If this camera was facing a different way, I'd make you demonstrate that.
Yeah. The One Bev studio is not really set for me to demonstrate these bear crawls.
Oh, no. We'll have to, throw a little clip in there for the YouTube viewers.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, my. So I'm going to alter the topic a little bit. It still pertains to college. What is your college pet peeve? Now that we're both graduated. I'm 24, Jake's 24. We graduated in 2021. So
I don't know if this is a pet peeve for college, if this fits your definition. There was just so much damn wasted time, like classes being wasted time. I don't the amount of money people are paying for college now is absurd for the value I got, especially in business school. Like having to take these English classes, these history classes.
Like, hear me out. You know what college does? They teach you what business is, not how to business.
No, oh, this is a pet peeve of mine. Actually, this is hilarious. So a girl recently graduated. She was mentioned, so I guess she graduated with a business degree. I don't know. But she mentioned, like, grateful to now be, like, a businesswoman or something. And in my head, I was like, what business have you done? What business have you done going to class and, like, passing? Yeah, you don't have business. Like,
exactly. And then employers want to, like, expect you to have experience coming out of college. I'm like, what? You say this job is entry level, and say I need experience? That doesn't make any sense.
Hindsight 2020. If I were someone in business school in college and you're interested in either entrepreneurship, sales, making money, whatever it is, I would get like a part-time remote job as like an SDR appointment setter of some kind for sales teams that you can work like 10, 20 hours a week, make your money remote, get the money for college while you're in there to spend when you're going out. 2, you get experience. 3, it gives you a taste of something. Do you like this? And you can always pivot from there. Mm-hmm. I'd find a remote job part-time if I were in college, hindsight 2020.
Yeah. Now that we look back on it. But if you think about it, like we left college from 2020 pretty much because of COVID, and screw that, and COVID's fake. But anyways, remote jobs really weren't a thing though before that. But now, hindsight looking back is like,
that's true. They did blow up.
Yeah.
Now it's like
now it's a very, very big
now
thing.
Everyone knows it. It was a thing before. I just don't think it was as prominent as it is now because of COVID. Like everyone got pushed to remote. I will say I'm not a fan of remote. I'm not a fan of remote work. Remote work, I think it's me as a person. I like being face to face. I'm in sales. I'm talking to people all day. I'm over here making people's days. Shout out Kathy, who kicked me out of her office the other day. Sad story, but we'll be back. I love talking to people in person. The remote selling just wasn't it for me.
Oh, man. See, I'm not a remote guy either. I got to be able to, like, see people. It's like, because if you spend all that time, right, oh, I got to call this person. Then you call the person. They might not even be, like, someone that likes to be on the phone, right? So then they're kind of, like, BSing you through that phone call, and they don't even want to be on there. So versus I get up, I have my game plan. I walk to that person's desk, ask them the question, figure out, devise some type of plan to get whatever the question is. I don't know. But you can devise a plan right there at their desk. Boom, you run with it, and then you just keep on working.
I'm gonna jump back to a topic we were talking about earlier. College not being necessarily preparing you for the real world.
I'm stay out of the workforce.
I'm gonna spotlight Josh here for a second. One thing you guys should be doing in college, if you're in college, figure out a skill that is valuable to the marketplace in some capacity, which Josh is going to dive into a prime example here. Skill that you can make a lot of money doing and start kind of...
I don't really know what he's talking about.
Yeah, you're going to know here. Start catering to that and learning it and practicing it. Josh will make videos for companies.
Oh, yeah.
And he makes fantastic money doing it. If you want to break it down hourly, the numbers are absolutely staggering, but it's because video, the filming itself, and the editing is a high-income skill. So go ahead and just tell the people a little bit about that.
High-income skill, that means I'm the professional, they're not. So, like, okay, we'll take it, and the example I can give to someone who doesn't really understand would be like car detailing. Everyone thinks they can do it until you have to buff paint, until you have to get scratches out of your paint, until you have to paint the car. That is a very, very high-skilled job. And video editing, not everyone has, like, an eye for that. They don't really have, like, the aesthetic vision. They don't have the creative mind. They don't have the ability to sit down there and edit a video how it should be for you can branch into more business style. You can branch into more, like, content creator style, like social media. So you have to see those different styles and be able to know the differences and like how you need to edit. Like how I'll edit for like a business is going to be completely separate from how I'm going to edit on like my TikTok accounts for this One Bev podcast because, you know, it's the best podcast in the US right now.
Yeah, and if you're not sponsoring, you're a sucker. I don't know how else to put it. If you're not sponsoring One Bev, you're late to the game.
But you just have to know, like, it's a skill you develop over time, and having the creative mind, not everybody has. So once you start developing those skills, you're paying for somebody's skill, not for their hourly work. And that's what you need to develop as yourself as a human, is develop. And okay, this is, I don't want to get like too far into this topic, but Jake and I talked about this last episode. If you want to go check it out, it's episode 1 on the One Bev podcast. And Jake and I talked about becoming a more interesting human being. So if you develop more skills, you're going to become a more interesting human being. And therefore, your skills are going to get you further more than your knowledge. Well, I guess those two kind of go hand in hand. Never mind, scratch that. Your skills and knowledge will get you way further than just reading a book.
That's fact. So basically what he's saying, for those of you if you didn't follow, is if you want to get your money up, you better get your skills up first. Because that right there is where the real money's at, is getting good at something, anything. You can make money cutting grass and learning how to systematize that. You can make money shooting videos, learn how to do that. You can make money selling for other people who already know how to do these things, just become valuable. And college doesn't exactly teach you how to do that.
Okay, Jake, we got off our topic a little bit of college.
We got to get back
peeves.
on.
We got another like 8 minutes.
We're back on rails. On rails.
I'll let you finish it off with one last thing of a pet peeve of college. Let's keep it away from sports. So
all right. So just college in general?
Yeah.
Dude, when guys whose dorm rooms were just repulsive. Now hold on. I'm
He's in
not
a
gonna
lot of dudes' rooms.
Yeah. Shout out Jaden Jordan, Deuce Rocket. I'm not gonna say him and I had the absolute cleanest room of all time because we definitely didn't.
Shout out Dustin Brown because, man, that dude loved to keep a clean room.
Oh,
man.
that's gas.
Our room was spotless. You could eat off the floor.
Yeah, dude, that's a good roommate to have. You want to have people knocking on your door to be a roommate. Learn how to clean and be a clean person. But Jaden and I, our room wasn't exactly flawless, but we go to other people's rooms and it was just absolutely disgusting.
Just foul.
Oh, it stank. It was gross. It was grimy. Like I don't even think they had awareness, which is half the battle. Like at least be aware of how dirty of a human being you're gonna be. If you're gonna be that gross, know that you're gonna be that gross. Mm-hmm. Some people are just clueless.
Oh, yeah. Some people want to be just nasty. Sophomore year, lived with some disgusting individuals. Great people, but they are just disgusting individuals. And you know who you are because you know you kept a dirty place.
Yeah, we had an individual my senior year. You know who you are, sir. Who happened to leave? Oh, that's nice. That's
You
a nice
hear
sound
that,
right
Jake?
there.
Uh-oh.
He happened to leave trails of trash, specifically Duncan.
Yep, my vitamin water is empty.
Oh,
The dude has like half a drink still.
Oh, all right.
And
Josh is gonna.
And we got a couple minutes left.
All right. It sounds like we got a new segment here on this episode. We're gonna go riff style while I have to finish this beverage. So you're solo on a topic because you outpaced me. You're solo on that topic till I finish this.
Solo on a topic. Let me think. Hold on.
We'll stay on rails here. Stay on rails.
Okay. Ready?
College pet peeves. Pet peeves.
3, 2, 1. If you want to achieve anything in life, I think you need to set your mind to it and you need to just run with it. So if you're out there, if you want to go to college, go to college. If you don't want to go to college, don't go to college. If you want to start a business, do that. If you want to do something else, do whatever you want to do to become successful in life because everyone's going to tell you, society's going to tell you what you need to do versus not what you want to do. Yeah, let that sink in. Come on, Jake. Come on, finish it. Yes, there it is.
I was holding off. I was letting you finish. It looked like you were cooking.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know how it goes. No Bev in the bottle. That means today's show, we appreciate you tuning in. Josh, what do you got as a sayonara for the people?
My sayonara is thank you again for making it this far in the One Bev podcast with Josh and Jake. We will see you again next week and follow us on all of our social medias. That includes YouTube, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Instagram, and Facebook.
And with that, we thank you guys for tuning in. Drop us a comment for what bevs you want to see next. Till next time.
Bye-bye.